Hope you're doing okay today. If you can let me know how the audio is, if things are well balanced, that would be awesome. And then we'll get started here in just a second. I am working on a project for this like December called Advent of Astro. There's things like this called Advent of Code, or I don't know, Advent of JavaScript, Advent of CSS, stuff like that. And the point is just to kind of give you a chance to practice certain development skills during the month of January or December, those months. So audio is good. Awesome, Jason. Thanks. So that's my idea here, and it's just like a free thing to help people learn Astro. So it'll be like kind of like a course. I don't really want to do logins and stuff like that, just because I don't want it to look like I'm trying to sell something, and I don't want to push people away just for that. So I think the current plan is to make something that just like, that encourages people to learn Astro in a just kind of a structured way that's fun. It won't be like me teaching through it. It'll be more like just giving you challenges to work on. So I am currently designing it. And by currently, I mean last week I did a stream. Hey, everyone. And today I'm doing a stream. So that's as much time as I put into it. I built this out between the streams, but that's about it. I found a library called neobrutalism.dev. It's built on Shadcn UI. But I was like, that's not a bad design pattern. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to, like, here's the component library. I don't know how much I'm going to design today or how much I'm just going to kind of think through stuff and then start coding. But this is me just raw doing this. So I figured I would do it live, since eventually it'll all be live anyhow. But here's kind of the idea I have in mind. I want to do some kind of like sidebar or something like that still, but this would be the main experience. So kind of thinking, I guess, mobile first, this would be the main experience. And then if you want daily emails, I'll basically have a little email flow where you can sign up for daily emails. Eventually I'll have, this is what we worked on last time, like this landing page, talks about what it is, how it works, some frequently asked questions, stuff like that, and a kind of a final pitch. So I think I've got some ideas of like ways we can, obviously improve this. There'll be a lot more we'll work on. I wrote out a bunch of stuff last time, kind of about the basic way I want stuff to work. So anyhow, so we'll see. But right now I'm just going to work on this a little bit, and happy to have you join me, ask questions, whatever you want. Hey, comrade, welcome. Mic a little bit. Okay. Awesome. Can do that. Hopefully that is a little bit better. I'll turn the audio down a little bit too, if that helps. Cool. All right. Well, let's come over here. I'm not really a designer, but I'm going to do what I can. Steal some stuff from here. I'm going to just grab this for now and route this in down here. I probably won't use this blue backdrop or whatever, but this would be the idea, is like you click on this and it would switch between these two. Maybe I'll even actually group these in some way. You could see that, and with this up here, I group these. And then like get rid of the top. I don't know, maybe something like that. This would be the idea. Cool. All right. Awesome. So we'll change this to 0. Same thing over here, if it'll let me. Okay, cool. And let's just, where can I detach this component? Or is this the main component? I don't know. This is like a loose idea of what it'll look like. And then, I don't know, I might even start coding today. I tend to like start in on a design. Obviously, these will be aligned, but whatever. I don't care. Something like that. All right. And then we'll have basically whatever the challenge text is here. And then I like the idea of like little toast like that. And then at the end, we'll have this mark complete thing. This will kind of be hovering over the top of everything as we go the whole time, which I forget how to do in Figma. Just drag it up here. So as you scroll down, like this would be mark complete or whatever. Now there are like, it'd be kind of cool to show some kind of progress somewhere. What day you're working on. I don't want it to be like by the day of the month necessarily, like December 1st or whatever, because people might, start it 5 days in. But that's kind of the idea. So, all right. I was going to actually design this, but I don't really know that I want to. Like, we're not going to have course info stuff here. I will probably have like your dashboard, what you've completed, some kind of progress bar somewhere. Let's see what kind of components they give me for that. Probably not much, honestly, because it's mostly just like cards and stuff like that. It's not really like a full component library. But I could probably steal this here and maybe drop this up top. We kind of get like, I don't know, day 1 or whatever, and you could go back to home. That's not really going to be that helpful, but it might be used for something like that. Should we have like additional options over here maybe? I stole this as inspiration last time. I had a bunch of other ones over here as well, so let me check these out. I don't know that, like, I'll probably have the video as just like a Mux video. I don't know that I'm really going to have anybody log in or have a login state. Like I said, I want to keep it as simple as possible. Kind of cool to have some kind of global rank, but again, then I'm like collecting data on people, at least like their name and stuff, and I don't want it to be something where it discourages people from learning. Yeah. You don't make full design in Figma anymore? Yeah. I don't know that I ever did. I'm just too lazy and would rather be coding. And like once you start coding, then you're like, okay, this doesn't really work. And I don't know. And if I was a good designer, I'm sure I could figure that out in the design phase. But all right, I think I'm just going to start with this. That was not my plan today, but here's the component system, by the way, this neo-brutalism. So I don't know, kind of cool. I do like Work Sans. Red Hat, I've used both of these. I don't know what this is using. What are you using? DM Sans. Okay, nice. Public Sans, I think this is fairly new. Anyhow, okay. So let's just go ahead and jump in on this, and then we'll kind of build stuff, and I don't know how long I'll have, but we'll do that. Okay, cool. So I do have my terminal pulled up just in case I did something. So I guess we're doing something. Let's do that, and I'm going to call this Advent of Astro. The project has officially begun, so now I have to do it. I should have done the... I don't know, I'm just going to do minimal. Sure. That's fine. All right, so I think probably we'll use Tailwind just because that's what the component library uses. We'll probably use Vercel. I don't know what else I would need. So let's PMP, CD into Advent of Astro, and then Astro, add React. Let's not add Tailwind because I'll add that to when I install neo-brutalism. Vercel, sitemap. I don't know what else. We'll call that good. So, yeah, we'll use Tailwind. Don't worry, comrade. You either love it or you hate it, but I think I've started using it more and more, mostly because it's easier to jump in on a project. I think actually it like discourages me from having a true like design system because I'm just like, PX4, it's fine. Wait, what is this thing doing? Why is it? Okay, whatever. That'll work. Okay, so let's get this thing up. Actually, I should just use... I've been using Z recently. but I've been using it in dark mode. Or in light mode. How do you guys feel about that? I'll just use it. I'll just do this. Interesting. Okay. Let's also go ahead and install the component library over here. Why not? Getting started. Installation. That's where I thought I was. Am I missing a clear like install script? What's going on here? Just install this directly. There's no like, okay. Initialize Shatsian. Oh, okay. That's fine. We can do that. Isn't there like an Astro? Yeah. I would do this anyhow, so that'll work. Okay. Run this. The move tail one, I don't need to do that. It's fine. This should work here. Okay. I don't think it matters what color you choose because we're going to override all that stuff anyhow. So, oh, okay. Well, we can do that. PMPX. Astro add tailwind. We'll do that. Let's see. Comrade. Going NeoVim on me. Cool. Yeah, I'd like to learn Vim. I mean, I use it very loosely, but like I can do basic stuff, but I think the learning curve is preventing me because I just don't feel like I have the time, but I'm sure you would say I don't have the time not to lose it or to use it. So, all right. So now that we got that, I'm going to shut this down and then you just install components. Okay. All right. Well, I know I'm going to want a few things. What are these menu bars? Nice. Navigation menu. I should have looked to see what they had here. I don't really love. Okay, let's just grab this and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to use. It says navigation links. That could be useful. Why not? Let's grab it. Okay. Oh yeah, and then you also may want to customize this. I was looking at this yesterday. You can change the styling over here. So let's customize it. And we can choose any of these colors. Wonder if I can just change this later, because I think what I would tend to do I don't know that I want these things to be like I'll just choose this for now. I would want some kind of border radius on it. That'll work, that'll work. Let's save it. And then I think we just copy this. Yeah. Okay, so let's come back over here. And I will come into my global style and just replace all that. Here's where I'm not sure what I'd want to do. Like, kind of feel like I'd mostly want this to be very light on the accent and stay with like a black and white theme, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try not to worry too much about that. Let's just tail and merge. That'll work. Okay, let's make sure we got this thing. Let's add a layout. Base layout, Astro. I'm going to grab all this and drop this over here. And we'll have main here with a slot. And then, yeah. Okay, cool. I'm using biome, so I'm also gonna switch this up and come over here because I always forget how to do this. Astro. We'll just grab this here. I think this is using a older version, so I just need to get rid of that. I think that should work. And now it will show me that I'm importing. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to do? Let's just get this up and running, and we'll kind of see what's next. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right. Okay, we got that working. I need to now import my style sheet. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. Don't love that that's the background for everything. So I think what I'm going to do is swap these two. And we'll figure out some of the other stuff later. Okay, cool. What else do I want to do? This is a starting point. Let's just get some kind of nav bar in here. So here, I guess let's replace this with the title we get. And we'll also have description. I think that's how that goes. And I'm going to pull both of these in here from, let's see, description, title. This will be from astro.props. And then I'll probably have some kind of globals file, although, yeah, maybe let's do that. So I'll have data, global, or consts, whatever you want to call that, consts, maybe, dot JSON is fine. So we'll have, yeah, let's have like a site. I don't know, I'll just make this a TypeScript file. I can export what I need from it. All right, so we'll have site data. I'll have like a title. And we'll have a description. And we'll do something like learn Astro step by step over 25 days. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. And then let's export this, and I'll pull it in over here. And we'll use this here. So we'll say that this defaults to site data dot description, and this defaults to site data dot title. Okay, so let's see if that actually worked. Astro. Okay, cool. So it is pulling that stuff in. That's good. Let's create a little component directory. Looks like we have some UI stuff. Let's call this like globals. And we'll do nav.astro. Okay, cool. And then we'll have a nav here. What is over here? I forget. Oh yeah, I installed an actual menu. So this is a menu. It's only going to take up the space it needs though. So I think I can embed this in other things. I think I'll do that. Suleiman, hey, welcome. Neovim, it was painful at the beginning, but it's such a breeze now. Okay. I'll trust you. And by that I mean I won't trust you. Not right now. But one of these days, don't you worry. It's going to happen. Let's come back over here. Where did... How are they using this here? Let's just see what happens if I copy this over. Huh. Because it's using this. Oh, it's a React component, duh. It's using next link. Nice. Big fan of that. So we'll see. I mean, I think this should be fine. What's this thing? All right, let's just try this and see what happens. It's okay. It's going to be fine. All right, let's pull this thing in here. Goodness. If I was using Vim, I could have just done DD. You know what I'm saying, comrade? All right, let's pull in nav here. For some reason, it's not letting me, which is fine. All right, something happened. That's good. Even pops these things up. I don't know that I'm really going to have use for that. Okay, so it's actually working. That's good. I forgot that these are all React components, but that's fine. I think it's nice just to have the styling and then I don't have to create them myself. All right, I don't think I'm going to do all that. So I think I'm going to go back to, I might use that component at some point, but let's just kind of keep it simple for now. We'll have an nav. That. Come back here and let's make this .astro. All right, and we're going to keep this real simple. I want this to have, like we'll do px6, py2. And I'm going to keep everything in the center like that. And then for now, I'll just have like a paragraph. That's fine. And then add a bit of Astro. And then over here, we'll have a button, which I need to pull in. So let's do that. Cool. So it stops yelling at us there. We'll get rid of that for now. I might use that navigation menu. I don't know. With icon. Nice. What else might I want over here? I know I'm going to at least need a card of some sort. Probably. So we can install this. What else? Chart. Checkbox. Probably. Let's just start installing stuff now at this point. Avatar. I don't know that we'll need that. Probably need this for like the FAQ page. Breadcrumb, I'm not sure about yet. It's not going to hurt to have it, but collapsible. Ooh. I mean, it's got a possibility. Combo box. Nice. Probably need this. It's interesting, like, since this is a React framework, like, I mean, I could just design this, make my own components, but I don't really want to, I don't know that I have the time to do that. So what's this command thing? Ooh, that's kind of cool. Date picker, dialogue. What does this do? Interesting. Actually, I could see this for like the email me thing, but we'll see. Not a bad idea to have this as like, are you sure you want to be done? Maybe. Form. Image card. What is this? Oh, OTP. Let's do this. All right, comrade. For Vim, where do I start? I mean, I kind of already know a little bit, but not a ton. Now I'm just like randomly installing stuff. I could see using this in some way. Again, to kind of show stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. Select and open. I'm going to need tabs, so maybe I should at least install those. And again, maybe I convert some of these to Astro components because I don't know that I really want to be loading React just to like switch a tab, but whatever. Probably will use this. Tooltip. Stars. Interesting. Okay, so that's at least enough to kind of do something. Come back over here. We'll restart this. And I guess we should. We'll commit that. These are not sorted. It's going to be okay. I should just change that over here. I just don't remember what to do. Sorted. I don't remember. I'm not going to look it up. Okay. Okay, so at least we got that going. Let's add a button in the nav now. And I'll need to import this. Not sure why nothing's working here. We'll say a button from UI button. That'll work. And we'll close this off and say like, email me. Cool. All right. So inside here, I'm going to have, if I can, let's have like a flex, items center, a space between. Already got the padding on that. I think that'll work. All right, and then we'll drop those in here. And I definitely need to have width full. Space between, justify. Justify between, not space between. What am I thinking? All right, so that should work. I've got a button here that does nothing. That's perfect. Just what I want. Maybe that's where I use that. Where was that dialogue component? Let's get rid of this. Dialogue. Let's steal this. Again, this doesn't really need to be React, but that's fine. Oh boy, comrades, give me homework. You should start with Lazy Vim so you don't spend 2 months configuring vanilla Vim. That's what I use. Okay, there are some games that teach you directly. Yeah, I don't really like learning by games, but maybe I'm just an old man who just hop straight into it. Okay. Yeah, lazy gets awesome. All right, so let's come back over here. And we're going to use the dialogue. So I should probably see how it's used. So there's just a button. Just showing the dialogue itself, but not how to actually connect the two. Where's like the trigger? All right, so let's just create this in here for now. So we'll say something like email dialogue.tsx. And I'm going to copy this in here so I can actually read what's going on. Okay, so there is a trigger here. So this is what I'd be pulling in. Okay, and then I would just say like email. Daily email, something like that. Let's see if I wanted to use like icon. Where's the button thing? Let's come back over here with icon. Are they using a certain, okay, so just Lucid React, which I don't know if that's actually installed or not. Let's check. What am I looking for? Not that package. The JSON, Lucid. Okay, it is. So let's do that. Let's come up top here and let's do like email, send. Is there like a bell? A concierge bell. Perfect. But I just want the name. Oh, interesting. I thought it would give me that. That's fine. Concierge. Lucid React. Right? Oh, I didn't spell things right. Leave it to me. And also it's a named import. There we go. Okay, so let's drop this thing in here. All right, let's come back here, see what happened. Nothing because I didn't import it yet. So we'll pull in email dialog. Guess we're just not going to be helpful today. Dialog demo. Should probably name this email dialog. That would have probably helped. There's no other name. Okay, cool. So we'll come back over here and try this again. Still nothing. That's okay. Is this default? Is. I mean, technically I can just go up one, but just in case I change it around. we'll go into globals, email dialog. Okay, daily email. So I click on this. Obviously, this needs to have client. We'll do like idle. And it pops it up. Cool. Name, username. Okay. So let's switch around some of the stuff. Sign up below to receive a daily email with each challenge throughout the month. Something like that. Still working. Awesome. Can I pass along some class names? Let's do text balance. Okay. Name. I don't really need the person's name. It's not going to hurt. Default value is nothing. Can I do like a autocomplete? What are my options here? First name. Given name, I think. Okay. I think it's a given name. For some reason, it's not giving me the autocomplete either. All right, name one. Let's just give this name. Give a name that'll work. Here we're going to do email. I guess, do I really need this ID for anything? Am I using this anywhere? I don't think so, but that's fine. Name, we're going to do type of email as well. And then we'll do autocomplete to email. I think that works. If somebody's going to give me their email, they'll give me their name quickly, just so I can like address the email to them or whatever if I want to do that. I don't know that I will, but okay, cool. Then let's change this to sign up or something. Cancel anytime. That'll work. Okay. I need to obviously do something once they submit this form. So I guess let's create a actions folder here. Oh man. Get out of here. Let's do a little save pointer list. At least let's do like add nav and basic form. It's not going to be very helpful get history, but it'll be fine. Okay. Let's see. Lazy Vim. Vim as an editor with Hyperland on Arcland. Man, you guys are so pro. What was I supposed to use? Lazy Vim. All right, let's come over here. Lazy Vim. Getting started. Lazy Vim. My brain has just exploded. Wow, I even get some help. Installation. Make a backup. I love how they assume I have something. Actually, I might have NeoVim installed already because I think I tried this once. Interesting. Okay. Don't distract me. I'm already distractible enough. Okay, let's come back over here. We'll say like border bottom 2, 4. What did I have for these other things? Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll go. I think just visually this looks better like this because you get this extra little thing here. All right, I think that'll work. All right, cool. Last thing, let's come over to this and the button. Do we have like a variant or something? Yeah. Let's do neutral, default. What's neutral? No shadow. Is that better here? I like the shadow. Reverse. Oh. Not sure I like that. We'll go neutral and then you come into the button here. And here, I want to change this to this. Yeah, that'll work. And then let's add another variant here. So let's grab this. Nope. We'll do like, I don't know, secondary. Text main background. We'll do background. What did I just do a second ago? Of background. Let's see what happens when I change that up. So let's call this secondary, just so I can watch it in real time. That's not what I want. I want this to be main. Nope. Foreground. There we go. Background. I think, like that. And then the border. See, that seems too intense now. But I was thinking basically like I want it to be like a dark mode button, but maybe this should also be. We'll come back to that. So let's come back over here. I don't want to get too distracted. All right, whatever. Come over here. I'm going to change these things too, but like, I don't know. I kind of want this to be some kind of color. What are my other global CSS? In foreground overlay. Kind of want this to be more gray. Secondary background. Let's maybe just so I don't mess this one up. Let's add this now as a secondary. And the only thing I'm going to do, let's come back here and change this just so I can actually see it, is change this over to text background. What did I just do? Goodness. Secondary background. That's right. Could be worse. Okay, I think we'll do something like that. I'll just lighten this up slightly. So it's clearly like the preference out of the two in the dialogue. All right, and then let's come back down here. We're going to change this to neutral. But it's this inside here, this sign up that I want to change. So where's my sign up? It's interesting to me. Why is this dialog footer showing this one first? How does this thing work? Is it like flex reverse? Okay. Why would you do it that way? Is it better to have it to where they tab and the first thing is cancel? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Because like if you're tab, then you go to cancel. If it's that way. I feel like you just cancel out of it here. I'm not a fan of this. Okay, let's just do this. And then just have a single section. And here we'll have variant. do secondary. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. That should work. Now somebody can sign up. Now back to what I was doing before I got distracted. Actions index.ts. All right. Okay. Other people. Dante, hey, welcome. Have no fear. Dante's here. What terminal I use? Tmux as well. I'm guessing you're not asking me. I'm using Warp. I can't remember if you can use Tmux or not in Warp. You used to not be able to, but I mean, you can like split panes and stuff. I know it's not the same. Hey, Dante, welcome. All right, probably have about 10 minutes left. It was nice to actually get... let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. It's nice to get like an idea of where I was going with this. I don't know, this kind of project will take me like 30, 40 hours just to get the forms kind of set right. But all right, let's grab this. For now, let's just do like add contact. All right, so this is going to receive a form. And we're going to have input. And like you can do a bunch of stuff in here, but like we definitely would want to validate this with Zod. Let me just steal all this just to speed us up. Okay, cool. And we will take a name. That's correct. And I should be able to just call this like in the React component here. So on this form, we'll do a, well, yeah. We'll do an on submit. We'll do a handle form submission. And we'll come on top here. Dialog close. Isn't this going to be on this trigger where you can close it? Where's the X? That's interesting. Did it get rid of that when I... No, it still has it there. This thing. Somebody clicks here. Yeah, I don't... Okay. Let's see, we're going to grab this. Did I do that right? I always mess this one up. Form. A form event is not assignable to form event handler. Thank you. Is this better? Okay. Just copied the wrong thing maybe. All right, and then here, let's go ahead and hit our action. So let me pull in up top here maybe. Master actions, and then we'll wait. Contact where we will pass it. Our form. So let's do that. So do I have this as state? No. So I can just grab it directly off the form. So we'll do const form data equals new form data. Where we'll grab the e dot. It's event dot target. Should be the form. current target. Yeah, I think that should work. Okay. So we'll pass this in here. And I should get back from this. Come on. Data and an error. Let's console log the data. All right, so this should all work. If there's an error, actually, do we have over here? Not here. Not lazy Vim. We have a toast. No. Probably what I'll do then is just show the error directly in line if there's an error. So we'll have like an error state or something, which is going to need to be here. I'm going to put this inside here too. Not sure what I was doing out there. Okay, and let's have like it would just basically be that single input that's the error. I guess I have two inputs. So we'll do errors, set errors. And then I'll just leave that blank for now. Okay. So we'll eventually set this like errors. Okay, so that should work at least for now to where when I submit this, it will hit the endpoint. So let's actually make the endpoint do something. Actually, that'll work. I'll just return that. So it should process this, make sure it's a name. We've also got email, z.string, I think it is, .email. I could say something like 20. Yeah. I'll return a custom one, I guess. Please include sure. I'll just use the default one there. Actually, I'm pretty sure this one would just be like, it'll be fine. Okay, so let's grab these two. We'll do input.email, or even better, let's just get rid of these here. Destructure these, email and name. All right, so we should be able to hit that. We'll go over here. Chris, email@email.com. Sign up. And we should get this back server side somewhere. Do I need to email dialog? On submit. Let's make sure this is actually working. And I probably will actually need the dialog close because I will want to close it once this submits. Let's check. All right, so here we are. What am I doing wrong? All right, let's see. You already dipped your toes into this. You have a lot of custom stuff. Terminals, yeah. Okay. Sounds good, comrade. It's on my list. What am I missing here? Is this not submitting? Do I need to come in here, type submit? just not doing anything. What am I messing up? Let's just make sure this is working at all. It's not submitting the form at all. Why? This whole thing is a React island. I don't know. Well, anyhow, let's keep going. So, eventually I want to have, let me think through the structure of this. So we're going to have a content config.ts. I think I will do this as a content collection. But I want to basically have a list of items. So a content folder, and these would be like, I don't know, daily projects or something. Challenges. Yeah, so I think these will be, I think I want to label these by year just to kind of organize them better. And then I'm guessing these would just be like YAML files, although I probably will have content, so they should probably be Markdown or MDX. All right, so we'll have basically a challenge, then like a year, and then whatever it happens to be. So I need to think through some of the like details here. So all this will be part of the content. So I don't think I need to do anything with this, but I do have some metadata. So I would need to think through the metadata here. So we'd probably have a title, slug. Actually, I would just tend to use the number, I think. Because yeah, I should be able to set that up. So like day one, we'll do like, what did I have here as a sample? Build a button component. Description. Yeah, why Astro with React? I think in this case, most of it's down to like the component library was in React, and yeah, most of this would be static anyhow. So I'll have like the nav button that pops up the dialog. A couple, like the tabs will be dynamic, but everything else will just be using static React. So it'll be rendered as HTML at the end of the day. But it was mostly down to the component library was already set. I might switch some of this over to like, normal Astro, but I'd probably switch it all over or none of it. I mean, like in this case, this pops up a dialog. That's not hard to do in HTML. Submits a form, which I can't even do right now in React. I don't know why, what's going on here, but the tabs are not hard. So I might end up switching this over, but I just want to get something up right now. So yeah, I think that'll work. There is this possibility that I could have like the whole tab section down here, but if I'm importing components, I should be able to do that directly in MDX. So I think that'll work. And then MDX is like React based too. So yeah, although you can import Astro components. So I think either way we'd be set there. I think that would work. I probably also would have like a video ID, and this would be whatever the Mux thing happened to be. And the idea would be I'd have like an explainer video for each one. I may or may not have an explainer solution. Probably not to start with, but we'll see. Okay, I think I might call that a day. And not that I really did a whole lot, I feel like, but I wasn't planning on designing any of this. Where's my Astro? So let me at least, I guess, throw this content collection up here. Just where are we at? All right. We're going to have challenges. And look at content challenges. We'll do like 2025. How about that? Get rid of all this. All right, I think that'll work. Let's have a z.object. Come on. Where we're going to have a z or title. Something like max 50. Here I could see this actually being an array of strings, so let's make this an option. How does this union thing work? Is it comma? Oh, I think it's an actual array. I can type z.array, a z.string. Come to think of it, let's just always make it an array of strings. And then if I have one, then I'll show one paragraph. We'll have a video ID, which will be a z.string. Okay. I think that'll work. We've at least got that stuff there. Probably have like some tags about how easy or hard it is. I might have different levels on each of these. I don't know. We'll see. Some content here. Awesome. Okay, just to see that that's all working, let's now come to the index right over here. Doesn't like me. So let's try this again. See if it's found something. No entry type found. What does that mean? I feel like I've seen that before, but I don't know what it is. Okay. Well, let's come here. Inside of the global base layout, we'll probably have something like width full, max width 7 XL, BX4. Let's just do P6. Call it a day for now. Grid. Something like that. Okay. So now back over here in the index, let's take our challenges, that map over each challenge. And what do I want to do here? Let's, if I can type, let's have a UL. And we're going to take each of those items here. So let's do an LI. Why is this not working? We'll do C dot data dot. Actually, let's just destructure the data. Nothing. All right. Description. And this is video ID. All right. So now it's time to pay attention to this. Does not exist or is empty. Check the config file. Pattern MDX base. Oh, couldn't be it, could it? Pattern MDX. SRC content. Oh. You have to actually add MDX. I think that might help. Okay, so let's try now. Still nothing. But I do think I needed MDX in there for it to work. And let's do this. Put it back to how I had it originally. Did I mess this up? That should all be right. The joys of development. Get out of here. Receive string. Okay, so it's actually trying to do it. Okay, cool. I just forgot that this is supposed to be an array of strings. It'll let me. Okay, so let's try again. So I think it is working. Come on. Hey, a thing. It worked. So cool. So we actually have it working kind of, sort of. And then obviously we'd have some kind of like individual routes for each of these, which I probably shouldn't do because I said I had to go. Here I am doing one more. We'll do challenges. Yeah, let's do challenge 2025. And then we'll do, yeah, ID .astro. Come on. Made that a folder. ID .astro. Okay. Now get static. Why is nothing working? Let's try this again. Get static. Nothing, huh? Oh, it's because I had to be inside there. Okay. So what we're going to do is const, same thing we did over here. Oh yeah, we have live collections now. Is that actually stable? Get live collection? Huh. I didn't know that was stable yet. I need to do a video on that. All right. Params. I forget how to do this. Challenges. I think this is a .map. Let's look it up. Get static as Astro. Like all things, sometimes you just have to look it up again. I know. Nope. turn. So I should be able to loop over each of these items. I'm returning a map of all these items. Let's see. It's like you don't do this every day, you know? Hey, look, there's a cool course. Let's do content collections. Experimental live. Okay, good. They're not live yet. What am I doing wrong? So I should just be able to return an array of these items. Yeah. So this is an array. And each of the items in this array should have params. Okay, there we go. Where the ID is the c.id. And then we might as well just return the props too. So props would just be the rest of the stuff. But I guess we could have data or something like that. We'll call it like challenge. This would be the c.data. Okay, I think that would work. And then here we would extract the challenge. I think so, from Astro.props. And then here we'd have an H1. Actually, we should have this as a base layout. And here we have an H1 where we have the challenge dot title, which also should be the title we pass along here, I think. Maybe not the description. I might need to have a description and then have like a steps. Maybe that's it. Or instructions or something like that. But title, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, the challenge dot title. Okay, so let's see if this works. So if I come back over here, I want to add some kind of link. So why not just use our button component? That is going to refuse to pull in. Perfect. Love that for me. Button. All right, and then here we're going to have like view challenge. And if I just pass an href, this should work. So this should be to the, let's see, challenge 2025, and then this would be data dot, nope. Ooh, here I probably would need to not destructure. Come here. All right, why do you hate this? I thought I could do like as child or something. As child slot button. Okay, so do I have to just do as child? And then I just put the link inside there. How did we do it on the dialog? Originally. So much for being done. Okay. That wasn't helpful. Where's the button? With link. Is there a link? With icon. I guess I just like include it. Let's see. As a link. So here, yeah. And take this view challenge, put this here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we did a thing. We're actually coming over here showing the content. So we got some stuff kind of set up. All right, well, I hope that was helpful. I don't know how many people really watch, but I'll probably just keep streaming this as I work on it. Hopefully next time it'll be in a better spot. Figure out what's going on here. Oh, I have a sign up button now down here somehow instead of full. What happened? Oh, maybe it's just styled different when I'm small. Yeah, that's all. Okay, I didn't know that. Anyhow, yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed that, and then I hope we'll be able to, yeah, build this out in time for December. So I'll probably need to get a move on to get this going. So hopefully this week I can spend some time, and I'll drop in wherever I'm at next week if you're still interested. So, all right, thanks so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Happy coding.